this is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
You thought I was taking time off. You thought I was done for good. You were wrong. You were wrong when you replaced me with these fat slobs on your wrestling posters. And you were wrong when you trusted these guys whose bodies look like melted candles because their flames are about to burn out. I'm finally realizing that Cam has been in a class of his own. Instead of being treated like some redheaded stepchild bitch of independent wrestling, the only doors ever opening for me was to set up and break down your rings. No more.
No more.
No more. Because in the real world, people like me don't hang out with people like you. From here on out, I set the standards. I make the rules. And I fit the code. I belong in the winner's lounge, and you better get your ass to the back of the line. So cheers, boys. Welcome to Club Cam.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty along with Cena Sr. Welcome to MWF Xtra. Johnny, it is hard to believe that after the very well-received 20th anniversary shoot interview you and I had last night, we are back to kick off Decade 3 with a little MWF Xtra, talking the world of the Millennium Wrestling Federation here in Boston Wrestling. And I know old Johnny Cash has been loading up the gun with some bullets. You know, you're a man that I don't want to get too deep into the conversations that you've had with David Droese or why David Droese has been indisposed a bit. I know a big announcement is coming on David Droese's wrestling activities, but you have decided to, I don't know if you want to fire a few bullets as we head into our 20th anniversary. Back to the 90s extravaganza, Saturday night, November the 13th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts. Tickets on sale now at bostonwrestling.com. But this vendetta with you and Cam Zagami, apparently it has reached new heights. You have unearthed, I don't know if information is the right word, or factoids, or...
You know, all I'm going to say is this. When you play the game with Cena Sr. or J-Fab, you better have the guns loaded. And if you got your hand on the trigger, you better pull. Because Zagami, before I'm finished, done. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Keep your eyes open, Zagami. I got a big one coming your way.
Well, Johnny, let's call a spade a spade. It's a new decade for us here. It is day one of this new decade. You have uncovered, I guess, some financial information?
Oh, definitely I have. I definitely have uncovered financial information.
I was very surprised by what you told me about reality television that I did not know about.
You know what, Dan? Let's be real, okay?
Right.
Let's cut to the chase. I'll give you what I found in bits and pieces.
Right.
Let's give you the first half. You know, I've been in a million TV shows. I've been the host, and I've been the contestant. So let's put it this way, Mr. Cam Zagami. When you're the top dog, the host of the show, you get the big bucks. But you, Mr. C, Mr. Cam Zagami, you were just one of those little hillbilly fellas out there running around trying to win. So what did you make per week? Let's see. JC Sr. goes into the books and finds $300, maybe $500 a week. So the question becomes, Cam, how could you do all you did? You had a big mouth. You said you did all this with money from the reality show. Well, you know what, Cam Zagami? The reality is I found out more than you ever wanted me to find out. So there's fact number one.
Well, Johnny, so you're trying to, maybe to try and tie this mystery together, you're trying to say that Cam has claimed all along that while you was suspended, certain copyrights, certain contracts, certain IPs expired, and he bought it with the millions that he supposedly made off of the American Grit reality show on Fox with your son.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And you're trying to say that those that did not win the competition and those that did not host received a simple weekly stipend of several $100s that would not, in a world of common sense, allow him to buy all of these copyrights and contracts and IPs.
You see, Dan, look.
Am I reading this right?
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right, because the winner gets the big bucks. Cam Zagami, the loser, got zip. So here's what I found out, Zagami. I guess what I've really found out through my forensic examination of the books, my forensic examination with the show you were supposedly co-starred with, along with 35 other people, co-starred. Let me tell you something, buddy. You got a long way to go. You're dreaming. But you know what I did find out, Dan? Here's what I found out. There's a snake in the woodpile. There's a rat in the cheese. Zagami did not act and could not possibly have acted alone. So now it's time to get the shovel out, because I got a surprise for Zagami. But now I've got to dig further, because I got to find out just who is behind all this.
So, especially where Halloween is getting closer and closer, are you almost trying to say that Zagami is the mask of the uprising, so to speak, that there is someone who has really invested this money in the faction? Someone other than him has provided the influx of finances to make it happen? And if so, who do you think it is? Do you have any suspicions?
Might even be you. Might even be me. Might even be Dr. David Reese. It might even be Howard Miller. But I'll tell you what.
I don't have the interest nor the money to invest in the Uprising faction. I wish I had the money to invest in the Uprising faction, because, like I've noted, and I think even you noted, Zagami or whoever is making the decisions made some good moves. They made some really good moves.
It's not Zagami. I'll tell you right now, I've looked at the paperwork, I've looked at the signatures. Oh yeah, Cam's signature is there. But there's also paperwork I see where signatures have been blotted out, giving authorization, telling this individual, this is who you want to buy, these are the contracts that you want, and these are the copyrights that we need. Not I, we. So I'm telling you right now, before I'm finished, and believe me, money is no object, Cam. Not $300 to $500 a week, baby. Ain't even happening. I spend that taking this clown out for lunch. And Howard Miller, we spend that in his limo when he picks up his two young ladies to come down to the show.
It's actually three.
Three?
Yeah.
That's fine. Those are always fun. Let me tell you something. Cam, you're going to be sorry you crossed me. And I only say this once. I'm going to find out who that other individual is. And when I do, trust me, it's Halloween. I'm going to dig the grave, and I'm going to bury two bodies, not one.
Johnny, he is not happy with you. He made some comments on social media that he said he's going to find you and F you up after some of the comments you made. You made the $20,000 challenge not too long ago for Saturday night, November the 13th. He picks a guy, you pick a guy. The winner gets the cash. But whose cash would it be if he lost?
Somebody is bankrolling Zagami.
Is it Layfield?
Nope. You know, I've had a lot of discussions with my friend John Bradshaw Layfield.
You two are friends
We
now.
stay in communication. You know what, Dan? I did a lot of crazy things in my career.
Sure have.
And he's done a lot of crazy things in his career. Right now, we're good friends. We talk back and forth. I'm only going to tell you this. First of all, your first comment. Cam, I want to tell you something. You put out on social media, you're going to come and find me, and you're going to F me up. Well, you know what? Buddy, I just want to make one thing clear. I came up the hard way. I grew up on the streets. Nobody handed me a damn thing. And when I tell you I grew up on the streets, I was bullied, I was beat up, I was taught to survive. So Zagami, my son has a great saying, and I'm going to put it right to you now. You flunky. You want some? Come get some. I'm always here in the studio. I'm not hard to find. You can get my offices in the tower. You can call me and I'll come to you. Whatever you want, Cammy baby. I'll tell you what, when I'm done, I'll kick your ass from one side of this studio to the other and drop your body right here. You want some? You come get some. Because if you think I'm finished, I'm over the hill, baby, have you got a surprise coming for you? And I'm telling you, Gam, and I'm telling you too. And you can tell Reese, and you can tell the board of directors. I will find out who's behind this. And when I do, you have my word. Trust me, you have my word. Halloween is coming. Not one grave, two. I'll bury two of you. But I'm telling you right now, what I see Zagami got for money, what I see in those letters and those notes, he's not smart enough, he's not quick enough to grab what he needs. He's the puppet. My job now, I'm going to find out, Marty, who's pulling the strings.
Well, Johnny, what I find interesting is, I took a meeting yesterday afternoon on the 20th anniversary, as a matter of fact, and the Uprising is making moves. I mean, apparently there are more talent discussions, athlete signees that are either completed or at least in negotiations. Does that worry you that he's trying to grow the Uprising empire, so to speak?
Bring it on, because you know what? When I left for a good reason. I'm back. And you know what? I don't know how much money that other clown has, but he must, or she, let's be real honest.
Do you think maybe it's Vicky Guerrero?
You know what? It very well could be. It could be Vicky Guerrero. It could be any other female out there. It could be Miss Martinez. It could be anybody. You know what? It could be Mickey James. Who knows? All I know is that you're not smart enough, Cam. You don't have enough money to do it. Somebody is pulling the strings for the puppet. All I know is this. I don't care if the faction is growing. I really don't care if that gets bigger, because you know what? I'm making another promise. For every one that you sign, I'll sign two. So let's see who grows bigger, who grows faster, and who grows wiser. You know what, Cammy baby? You think you've been in this business a long time? You're just a baby in a cradle. You're dealing with somebody that's got longevity. Somebody who's been beat up, kicked around, had garbage poured down his throat.
Layfield energy drinks.
Layfield energy drinks, the thing that he praised, okay? And that Tommaso Ciampa and Slick Wagner Brown, let me tell you something. You go ahead, keep buying. Let the faction grow. I really don't give a damn, because I'm giving you my word, and I'm giving the fans my word. For every one they sign, I'll sign two.
All right, wrestling fans, the plot thickens. We had some great news over the past few days that JTG of Crime Time will be competing in the Squared Circle the night we celebrate our 20th anniversary at Memorial Hall in Melrose. Saturday night, November the 13th, we go back to the 90s with a plethora of legends and Hall of Famers. It's going to be a night you are not going to want to miss. But again, over here, Johnny Cash wants to know who's putting the cash into the Uprising faction. The plot thickens. President Reese has asked Mr. Cena and I to work together to try and put together the biggest, best events possible. Well, you've heard from him. He's a man on a mission, and we're not talking about Mo and Mabel. For John Cena Sr., I'm Dan Marty. We'll see you November 13th. Get your tickets now, bostonwrestling.com.